Hi, I'm Gunjan and this is Jigar, and we're very delighted to be here. I know that we have only 7 minutes, so feel free to scan this QR code if you're curious about what we do. Um, so I want to start off by just asking you, how many times have you ordered a piece of clothing online and been excited about it all week? And when it finally arrived, you were disappointed. Either because the size didn't fit, or it didn't look as good as you thought it would, or it just didn't live up to the hype. Well, in a world with IndiVisual, you'll be able to see what it's really like to own an outfit even before you buy it. And we want to empower brands to be able to give you that experience. So, buying clothes online is a costly gamble. You pay $15 per item every time you ship it back to the company. And not just for you and me. This is costly for brands and it's costly for the environment. Each time you return a piece of clothing, you add to the $550 billion loss that brands incur each year for processing returns. And each time you return a piece of clothing, you add to the 5 billion pounds of landfill waste piling up. And also, every time you find a new brand on, say, TikTok or Instagram, for example, we're partnering with Sani, it's a South Asian-inspired fashion brand that went viral on TikTok. Every time you find a brand like this, you hesitate a little bit to buy because you don't know if the size will fit. For a brand like Sani, that's a big loss in sales. But that's also lost money spent to get you there in the first place. So our solution to all of this, and before I go to our solution, I'd like to talk a little bit about retailers that have tried to solve this problem in the past. So apart from try before you buy schemes and free returns, Amazon partnered with Body Labs, which is essentially really cool tech, but it's a digital mannequin. At the end of the day, it's not you. And last year, Walmart acquired Zkit, which is a company that overlays garments on your photo. Well, I'm not a paper doll, and I don't know about you, but I got some curves. I'd like to move around and see what it's really like when I'm wearing something. So we want to bridge this reality gap for both the sides, for the brand and for you. And these solutions are failing for brands too. We want to leverage computer vision technology to solve this problem. And this is 2022, where the best of the graphics and computer vision research exists. And we are IndiVisual, a computer vision-powered retail tech company. We develop a plugin for mobile applications that mid-sized brands can use in order to provide a virtual fitting room experience to their customers. Think about this. You like a t-shirt you see online, and you click try on, and it opens the camera on your phone. It virtually overlays the garment on top of you, and you can move around and see what it's like. It's realistic. And it's real time, because it maps your body measurements to the size chart of the company without you having to do so.
Yeah. Let's say you're designing merchandise for your school. I'm from the Robotics Institute, and I know I could use some. With IndiVisual, you can go to Be Unlimited's mobile app, choose a basic style that you like, and hit try on. Once you do this, a size guide pops up. Unlike your standard size guides that are just a chart, this is you, your perfect measurements. It recommends what size fits you best in just 2 seconds. Our tech uses AR kits on modern mobile phones to map your body to key points. These key points are used to calculate accurate measurements on your body. Once you've found your size, you can move on to pick various colors and patterns. For overlaying, we use state-of-the-art computer vision and deep learning models. Our secret sauce here is that we use conventional techniques which help us decompose color and lighting information. These have very low runtimes and execute fast on edge devices like mobile phones. We fuse these with modern AI techniques like generative adversarial networks that help us produce results that you cannot separate from reality. Well, this is a demo of me trying what color I like best on my t-shirt. So that's our prototype, and we have tried it on ourselves, and we love it. And now we are going to try this on 50 plus daily customers of Be Unlimited who love to wear custom t-shirts.
So we understand that mid-sized brands are losing the tech war, and having the best fashion is not enough for these brands. So we are targeting brands that are mid-sized, have a legacy following of customers, are fashion-forward, but either do not have the advanced tech teams they need to provide this sort of a digital experience, or do not have the culture to develop such advanced tech. So we're starting with custom T-shirts. We're partnering with Be Unlimited, a custom T-shirt brand, and we're doing this because we feel that the market of custom T-shirts accurately represents the problem we're trying to solve. If you ordered a custom T-shirt online and it arrived and you didn't like it, you're stuck with it. You either don't wear it or it goes to garbage. So we are partnering with Be Unlimited for our first paid pilot, and to do this, we will use the 25,000 from McGinnis to add a mobile developer and a business-focused co-founder to our team. And we've also put together a world-class board of advisors to help us through this. We have Professor Srinivasan, who is the ex-Robotics Institute director, and also at the forefront of computer vision research for the last 20 years. And we have Ian and Stuart, who are helping us understand the tech startup ecosystem. And finally, we have Ben from Be Unlimited and Nikki from Sani, who are bringing in their retail experience. And for the future, we see this as probably not just a mobile plugin, but also a TikTok and Instagram filter that companies can use to embed into their social marketing channels. You see something that you like that an influencer is wearing, and you can see yourself wearing it too. So that's how we're solving the $30 billion confidence gap in online shopping. Thank you, and we're open to any questions.
How do you scan the body? You scan with the person's clothes on? They just sort of point it at themselves and it does a full 3D representation of their body?
Yes, that's exactly what we do.
And then how do you get the clothing items into the system?
Yeah, so we... you want to answer that?
Can you repeat the question?
Can you repeat the question?
How do you get the clothing from all of the, brands digitally represented? So they're also sort of mapped, or they can be mapped to a 3D body.
Yeah, so for that, for what we take from the brands is a database of PNG files of how the garment looks, like the patterns and the clothing. And then we also take the sizing information. So with these two informations, we then overlay it on the humans. Yeah.
What's that sizing information? What do they give you?
That question. Are you getting the actual, all the different measurements of the garment, like the neck size and around the chest and around the arms? Do you have that information, or just small, medium, large?
Yeah, so the information that we get from the user when they are standing in front of the camera will be their body measurements, and we do this by detecting key points on the body. And from the company, we ask for the standard sizing charts that the company uses to divide their garment categories into, say, a small, medium, or large, and then, say, the chest or the neck or sleeve length, so on.
So, it's probably 20 years ago, a friend of mine worked for a company in Wexford called TrueFit. And we were like, oh my God, that's so cool. You're doing like virtual trying on clothes. This was like 20 years ago. So I'm curious, if this is your field and I were to invest in you, I would really want to know how deeply you had studied your predecessors who tried to really become sort of the Amazon of trying on clothes. I mean, how well do you understand the successes and failures that have come before you? Because I know it's a tremendous opportunity, but tell me about the successes to date.
Yeah, for sure. So one thing I mentioned while I was talking was that right now there exists really advanced research in computer vision and in graphics that can enable modeling of the physics of the cloth, and also detecting multiple key points on the body that allows more accurate measurement, taking more accurate measurements from the human body. And we believe this is what will enable us to do it right now. that probably could not have been possible with the predecessors.
Yeah, just to add on to that, in the study that we did, we saw Microsoft 7 years ago trying to do the same thing. And what we found was they do not produce real-looking try-ons. It's just a PNG image, and once you move, it's like a homography. So what we are trying to do is much more realistic than what our predecessors have done.
Are you looking to, are your customers, the user experience teams at these companies, are you selling this technology to them? Or it sounds like when you were getting questions about the clothing dimensions, it sounds like you would anticipate accepting shipments and becoming embedded in the UX teams. Can you just describe that relationship?
Yeah, for sure. So we will develop a plugin that brands can integrate into their current web apps or mobile apps. So, and as part of the initial onboarding, it would involve taking the sizing charts, the standard sizing chart from the company, so we can map the user's body measurements to the sizing charts, and also the catalog of whatever garments they currently have.
Okay, and revenue, I'm sorry, I might have missed this. The revenue model then is?
Yeah, so for the revenue model, we want to charge in as a usage on the basis of usage, and then we will. This is apart from any onboarding costs that we'll have that will help integrate our plugin into their current application, and also cataloging fee for adding garments. So essentially, the primary form would be usage fee based on usage, yeah, per usage.
Got it. Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the pilot with Be Unlimited? Kind of again, you said it was a paid pilot. Kind of what are they paying you for? What's the scope of it? What are you sort of accomplishing in the pilot?
Yeah, so for the initial pilot, we are trying to develop this plugin that is specific to their. They already have a mobile app, and they also have a web-based, like a web-based store that they sell custom T-shirts in, and they have basic styles. So as you saw in our prototype, we currently are able to overlay colors, patterns, and detect sizes. So we want to take exactly this technology and refine it a little bit using the McGinnis money, and then be able to partner with and deploy this onto Be Unlimited's app so that we can test it out and see what pain points we're really able to address.
Seems like you're focused on accuracy and real fit, and that Alicia mentioned previous experience. There was a company called Shoe Fitter that did a similar thing for shoes, right? And they had to scan the shoes to find out the real size, because what one guy calls large is not what the next guy calls large. So you don't know really what large is until you actually measure it. Do you have plans to do that?
Yeah, so to address the accuracy thing, current mobile phones that have started coming out actually already have AR kits that allow the scanning, which is the core of our technology that we use to scan the users' bodies, and they're pretty accurate, yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.